is Sarah Connor, and the client that I'll be interviewing today is Vanessa. Vanessa is a Caucasian middle-class female in her 40s. Vanessa is reporting today because of a recent divorce where she has lost custody of her child to the husband, and due to continued concerns with pending OVI charges and other charges in her past with dealing with alcohol. Vanessa has lost her job recently and may be losing her home due to these charges and not being able to get a job and pay her rent. Vanessa has come in today to get assistance with these concerns and guidance towards getting help with getting her child back from her husband. I'll be using motivational interviewing, including open-ended questions, summarizing, reframing, brainstorming, as well as partializing. Hi, Vanessa. How are you today?
Doing well. How are you?
Not too bad. I wanted to thank you for coming in to see me today. First off, I want to let you know that whatever we discuss here today is confidential, and that as long as it's not something that is a concern for your safety or other safety, it won't be discussed outside of here today. So tell me a little bit about how things have been going and what seems to be causing some concerns for you.
Things don't seem to be going well. There have been two DUI charges. One, I was caught swerving. The other, I hit a parked car. So I was arrested both times, and that didn't bode well for ultimately the marriage, which was already in trouble. And now, so that is gone. He took our child with him, which I'm obviously not happy about, but at the same time, I know that it's not being done out of anger on his part. It's mainly concern. He and I are on fairly decent terms, but it's very stressful, obviously, all the way around, because it's becoming clear that I have a problem, because I've lost my job, lost my marriage, lost my child. Kind of, the world is falling down.
Okay. So basically, from what I'm hearing is, it sounds like you're fairly overwhelmed with everything that seems to be coming on all at once.
Yes.
And that maybe if we're able to kind of break things down into smaller sections, it might be easier for you to maybe manage and find a solution for.
I'm open to suggestion.
Very good. So tell me about where you're at with the pending OVI charges. Are we looking at potential jail time or anything like that?
I don't know about that because they kind of happen close together, so it's first offense, if you will.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm most concerned with is if I lose my license, then how do I get a job if I can't get to work?
Sure. Okay. Well, that is definitely something that, we would be able to help with making sure, even if for some reason you do lose your job, if you do lose your license, that is something that, our agency is able to look at helping with. We can potentially get you set up with, like bus passes, something like that, in order to at least maybe get you started with tracking down a job that would be able to work with your current charges. That is definitely, something that we could set up in the future once we kind of determine kind of what's going on. So from what I'm hearing also is that you do have a decent relationship with your ex. He does have your child, and I understand that you do want your child back. That is, reasonable.
Very much.
Yeah. So I think probably an important thing to look at is what can we do to get you on track with the alcohol. So clearly, I hope you can agree with me that it is a problem, and you did state that you have concerns with your alcohol use, and clearly it's caused you to have these pending charges. And so basically, what I want to know is what do you need from me to help you in regards to getting everything back on track?
Well, in a perfect world, it would seem, treatment of some sort would be nice, but how do I pay for that? And even if I didn't have to pay for that, I would have to be away for a while. Well, the electric bill is still going to be due. The rent's still going to be due. So obviously that's a concern. So from the practical perspective, it seems like, well, I have to get a job.
Yeah.
So I can't go to rehab. But if I don't do that, am I going to be able to solve the drinking problem on my own?
Right. I definitely can hear what you're saying. Is obviously you're being faced with so many things at one time. It's understandably that it's stressful, and by determining what's the first step, I think is our biggest obstacle. I think what we need to look at first off is getting alcohol under control. Being able to address the alcohol concerns will in turn allow the job situation. I understand you don't want to lose your home, but in the short term, it may come down to being necessary, and in the future, we can work together on getting you another residence. If for some reason, is there any place that you can go to, like anybody in your family or in your life that can help you with like your home and life situation?
I have this friend named Jenna who might let me stay with her. She has an extra room.
Okay.
If I can find a way to store my things.
Sure.
Somewhere.
That could be something that we could look into. That's definitely an option. If you're able to stay with her, that way you're not facing those additional, stressors of being home alone, not knowing how to handle your alcohol.
That's true too.
This way, you can kind of use her as a support. Very good.
I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah, and that's maybe what you need. And I definitely, it sounds like she may be that good support system that you really need, especially since you are alone now that your child's not around. Your ex-husband's no longer involved directly with you. So what do we need to do with getting? First off, is we need to get your home situation. We need to talk with Jenna and see if she would be willing to. I don't know, take you in for a short period of time. Not saying that we want her to be like in the place of like taking control, but we do need you to have the support, and obviously that is a big factor in your life is the lack of support. And then I think the next thing would be is look at getting you into some sort of treatment system. If it's may not necessarily have to be rehab, but if it's something that we can get you doing some meetings, understand that meetings are something that's a little intensive. You're going to be asked to do weekly meetings, daily meetings if it's necessary, just to kind of really judge where you want to see where things are, and kind of built on that support system. So tell me, you had concerns with your electric and that kind of stuff. Are we current on those right now?
Yeah, utilities, yes, but my car payment is behind a couple months.
Okay, car payment's behind. We definitely want to be able to keep that in play, because we definitely want to make sure that you have that mobility
Get to work
in order to find a job and get to work and that kind of thing. That's definitely important.
But if I lose my license, what's the point of a car?
True, but at least that's one less worry, and we're hoping that we can, kind of not get to that point. And hopefully, if we show the motivation that to the court system that you're wanting to get clean, you're wanting to get your kids back, you're doing what you need to do, then we can show them that maybe let's keep this as a first charge and direct it where you keep your job, at least if not keep your keep your license. If not keep your license, get work restrictions where maybe you can.
So they would let me maybe only drive to work.
Yeah, that would be something that you would have to discuss with the court system and kind of go from there. Kind of one thing I wanted to kind of really address was getting your kid back. I know that's one thing that you really want to push for. And tell me, what led to your husband taking your child with him?
He gravitated around him, and he's 3. And a couple times I fell asleep, and he needed me, and I wasn't awake for him. And who knows? Nothing bad happened.
Yeah.
But it could have.
Yeah. I appreciate that you're willing to realize it's not. I mean, it is, but it's. I appreciate that you're able to realize that there is a problem and that something could have happened because of the alcohol use being around your child. And I hope that in the long run, this will really get your guys' relationships together. And I would suggest definitely maybe getting you guys into some family counseling in hopes to keep you and your son's relationship together. Because he does need will,
to do that.
And your husband would be definitely willing for that.
Yeah,
your ex. Yeah.
I mean, he's a good-hearted person. He wants the best for everybody in the situation. He's pissed at me, obviously, of course. But if I'm showing some effort, he will too.
Very good, very good. Well, that definitely sounds like a very good starting point. Let's look at getting in contact with Jenna, see if she's able to allow you to come stay with her. Let's get your belongings into some sort of
storage.
Yes, thank you. And then we'll kind of step-by-step process. I don't want to overwhelm you any further, so we're just going to take this in baby steps. Let's start off with getting the alcohol situation under control, get your support system built up, and then we'll just kind of continue from there.
Okay.
Do you have any questions or concerns for me?
Not yet. I think it's scary, but it's got to happen.
I think you're definitely taking the right steps with coming in to see me today, and I hope that we can build the relationship necessary to get you back on track and